welcome to my channel. It's Pluto Talks, aka Naya Moore, and I'm here with my very first video on this channel. If this is your first time seeing my very pretty face, make sure you stay a while, hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below your opinions on this episode. And if this is not your first time seeing my face, welcome back. This is my very first video on this channel. This channel is going to be dedicated to sit down videos, story times, and videos like this where I recap shows and movies or whatever that I enjoy watching. My main channel is at Naya Moore. Make sure you subscribe to that channel as well. I'll link that channel in the bio. That channel is more so dedicated to vlogs, lifestyle content, travel vlogs, etc. So if you're interested in that type of content, make sure that you subscribe to my normal channel as well, so that you guys can keep up with everything that I do over there. So today's video, we are going to be doing a recap / review of Baddies USA episode 1. I'm going to be here every single week, so make sure, like I said, you subscribe and put them post notifications on, because I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on the episodes and everything like that week by week. Hopefully every Monday, God willing, but if not, I'll let you know as it goes. But before we get into this video, I just want to put a quick disclaimer out there. First things first, I do not know any of these individuals personally. I've never seen them, never interacted with them. So these opinions are strictly based on highly edited and highly produced content, okay, y'all? So keep that in mind when you comment your opinions as well. I want to hear you guys' opinions as well in the comments. But keep it respectful, keep it cute, because, yeah, it can get like that. So, no, I'm joking. So if I say that I don't like a character on the show, it's strictly based on the portrayal of the character that they edited to be. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the true story because we're not there. So keep it cute in the comments. Thank you. Now, without any further ado, let's get into this review. Alright, y'all. So the episode starts off with a flash forward of the fight with Big Lex and Summer, none other. You know what I'm saying? And we really get to see a longer version of what they showed in the preview. If you guys did not watch the preview, what are you doing? But I'm pretty sure y'all did if y'all watched Baddies. But in the preview, they kind of just showed like a short clip of Lex doing a with Summer on the ground. And they showed like a longer clip of it, so you really get to see. And I almost, let me emphasize, almost felt bad for Summer, because from what I heard, not only did she, you know, spread the rumors about, you know, the licking and eating, whatever. I don't know. Allegedly, they was eating each other. I'm going to just say that. But not only that, but then she also tried to set up Lex to get banked. And, well, y'all say jump, but where I'm from, we say bank. But I'm going to say jump for the video purposes because, yeah, I don't want to, like, confuse y'all. But she set Lex up to get jumped. And I would feel the same way, especially if, you know, we went from being real close friends, you know, we the big three, and now all of a sudden you're trying to get me jumped. Like, okay. But anyways, so we get that clip, and then we see Natalie. Of course, she's always the first person that we see, and she always do the same shit. You already know who it is, the baddie CEO, whatever. So we see her. She goes on this rooftop, and she's talking to, I guess, like the producers behind the camera people, whatever. And she's taking off her shoes, basically saying, you know, I gotta watch my bag just in case anybody tries to sneak me. Because as we know, Diamond, she is very infamous for sneaking her, which I'm honestly gonna say rightfully so, because I just feel like if you're gonna be the CEO behind the cameras. If you're gonna operate like you're one of the castmates, then you can get your ass beat just like the castmates. I don't know, especially with a person like Natalie that pop it a lot online and, you know, say a lot of stuff online and stuff like that, to where, of course, we're gonna try to get at you. And because she's heavily secure, because she is the CEO, we gotta sneak her. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Fair game is fair game. Also, I want to add for this intro, I forgot to mention, I don't like these intros. Like, I remember when they did, I think it was Baddies West. I'm sorry, y'all. My bang is, like, kind of bothering me. But for Baddies West, like, they had the live, like, in-studio video. That was, like, the best intro that they had. I don't like these slideshows and shit like that. And it was just long as hell. So, we get introduced to the original BGC Baddies. They come onto the rooftop with Natalie. We see Janelle, 7. I miss 7 so bad. Like, she's actually one of my favorite bad girls of all times. We also see Bree, Sway, Camila, Judy, Kat, Low London, Jayla, Sarah, and eventually Tanisha, but we'll get into that. So they come into the scene and Natalie is just being hella hostile. Like, she's talking to them like they kids. She like, sit down, no hugs, no hugs. And Sway, and I think it was 7, they got on that real fast. They was like it's the delivery. And I agree. I feel like, you know, she is trying to assert her dominance as CEO Baddie, but it's like, it's the way that you say things. And if you want to have order, you can do it in a manner that's, because we all grown here, like we all adults, so you can do it in a manner that's not as aggressive and like doing too much, you know what I'm saying? Also, side note, Sway looks really good. Like, I love this weight gain on her. I feel like the BBL is BBLing now because her thighs match and she looks good. She looks T. Like, even her confessional, she looks really good as well. But immediately it's like a lot of tension because it was like a back and forth after, you know, Natalie was doing all that extra stuff. And immediately Bree is on that. Like, she gets up out of her seat and she basically trying to get at Natalie. But as I said before, Natalie, if you ask her for a head up, she's not going to give it to you. So she already knew that she wasn't going to get that from her. But as we all know, the whole reason why Bree wants to fight Natalie is about the baddie shot o'clock thing. And I see both sides of the fence. I feel like rightfully so, she's upset because at the end of the day, it's the principle of it. She did create baddie shot o'clock and we all saw it in 4K. So it's like, we can't sit here and try to lie about it. But my thing is, she should have said something sooner. You feel me? Like, I feel like if she wanted to press the issue about, you know, not getting paid or trademarked for the saying that she came up with, I just feel like she should have said this like seasons ago. Because what are we on now? Season 7? And this happened like what, season 1 or season 2? I don't really remember. But it's been so long that it's like, girl, you waited a little too late to try to press Natalie about the baddie shot o'clock thing when you should have been on that. Basically, it gets calmed down. Jayla's like, calm down, calm down. And one thing I don't like, we're gonna get into it, but I just don't like the fact that all these ladies are defending Natalie and, like, you know, coming to her defense, trying to have her back and all that, when Natalie would not think twice about doing that for any of them. Literally. And we've seen it in 4K, just like with Scotty. We've seen it with Jayla. We've seen it with pretty much all the people that were supposed to be considered her friends. And when the block got hot, she ain't really do nothing. She ain't really stand on business like she said she would, or get in the paint like how she be. But anyway, so then we get the iconic Tanisha. She comes into the scene. She is late, but she looks good too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, all the BGC baddies that came in, they look really good. Like, Judy looks really good. Even Sarah looks really good. Like, all of them just look really, really good. Especially 7. Y'all know I love 7 and I love Jayla too. But Jayla been throwing me off lately. But like I said, we're gonna get into it. But so Tanisha comes in, and as soon as she comes in, all the ladies, they're excited to see her and everything, rightfully so, because we don't really get to see Tanisha that much, especially since she left the Baddies franchise on like what, season 1 or season 2. Like I said, it's been so long that I don't really remember the timelines, but you know, she's no longer with Baddies, so it's been a minute since they've seen her, unless they've seen her outside of Baddies, which I doubt based on the way that they were acting. But she comes in and Natalie immediately leaves the scene, and I'm just like, girl, like, I don't know, I just feel like it was jealousy. Like, in my opinion, I felt like because Tanisha was getting all that love, and you know, she the real HBIC, because when you think of Bad Girls Club, you think of Tanisha, honestly. Like, you think of Natalie, but you also think of Tanisha because she really popped that shit off. And the whole pop off, you know, wow, I ain't get no sleep because of y'all, blah, blah, blah. Y'all already know that. So, you know what I'm saying? We know Tanisha since the beginning. And then she also ended up hosting the Bad Girls Club reunions later on down in her career. So, I mean, clock it. And Tanisha basically like, I thought we were good. Like, I thought, you know, shit was cool. And Natalie, she just making a whole scene. Like, she literally leaves the scene and she goes, I don't even know where she was, but I think she was like inside of the building or whatever. And she literally left. Like, she left the scene, but she left the entire place. She was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And my thing is, what was done? I was so confused because I'm like, it would have made more sense if she left when Bree tried to, you know, press her, but she wasn't even trying to have that with Bree. She was like, we can talk about it, we can talk about it. But soon as Tanisha just walks in, y'all don't even have an exchange of words, and you leaving the scene talking about, I'm not doing all that. What? So now immediately after that, Bree is on that with Lo. And at first I was really confused because I'm like, what was their issue? But then we find out because Sway asked, she was like, so what's the problem? And Lo basically says in her confessional that, you know, because Bree was coming in net, she had her back. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, y'all had this lady back when she showed you time and time and time again that she would never have that same energy for y'all. So I don't understand why they go so hard for Natalie. Like, I get it because as we've heard, like, behind the scenes, you know, Natalie takes them out, gets them bags, all this stuff, like pay for stuff and all that. So I get it in terms of that, but when it comes to a real true friendship and standing behind your friend, Natalie is never going to do that. So I don't understand why they act like that when it comes to Natalie, knowing that she wouldn't do the same for them. But they just go back and forth. They're just going back and forth. Lo calls her escort. She's calling her trailer trash, you know, trailer park, blah, 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 whatever. They go at it, and then eventually, I think Lo, she takes off her shoe, and she, like, I guess she did like a little fake out, acting like she was going to hit her with the shoe, and she didn't do it. But I guess Bree, that was her reason to, you know, really be on that. So she put her hair up, and she went over there, and it really wasn't much of a fight to me. Like, it really just gave scuffle. It was just like, you know, a little 1-2. I think Bree probably got like one good hit in, and then they like kind of went on the couch, and then security broke them up. And as security is breaking them up, Kat comes over, and it don't, like I said, it really wasn't giving a fight. It really was just like a scuffle, because Kat, she ends up just taking her wig off and throwing it off the scene or whatever. At first I had to play it back because I'm like, everybody got on blonde wigs. Jayla have a blonde wig on, Lo has a blonde wig on, and Bree has a blonde wig on. So I was confused. I'm like, did she pull Bree's hair or Lo's hair? So I had to play back, and she pulled Bree's hair and threw it. And I'm just like, what is going on? And then Kat basically saying, this is not what we was here for. We was here to just talk, blah, 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 you know, address certain things and blah, 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 whatever. Cool. And Bree was blowing me, I'm not gonna lie, because she keep using this buy your life as like, okay, we get it. It was popping back in like what, 2023? I don't really know, but you know, when it started going viral on TikTok and everybody was using it and shit like that. Like, it was cute back then, but it's like, she said that shit like 5 times in the scene and in the confessional, and it's like, girl, okay, we get it. That was an iconic line that everybody used to, you know, say and reuse, but like, she was like putting that shit in a hole, like, girl, we tired, we're tired, okay, buy your life, good night, okay, we've heard that time and time before, we're over it, it's done. Then Bree's all like, oh, y'all being racist. Now y'all tell me y'all opinions in the comments down below, because I literally had to ask somebody else while I was watching the show. I'm like, racist? Personally, I don't believe that a black person can be, or anybody of color really, like minority, anybody in the minority group can be racist towards a white person. That's just me though. That's just me though. Y'all tell me. I just feel like you can't oppress the oppressor. But let's move on. I really do want to hear your opinions though, because I just found that really interesting that she said that, and then she followed up with saying you just got a trailer park Karen ass whooping or something like that. She said something to that extent. So it's like, okay. Like, all right, Bree. After all of that happened, Tanisha's trying to be the peacemaker, but the scene kind of cuts off because it started getting windy and they all just started to migrate inside of the building, and the scene was over. So now we move on to the next scene. We see Biggie, Mariah Lynn, and Tinkerbella. They meet at this other rooftop, and you know, they're just catching up. Tinkerbella's confessional was interesting. Like, that baby doll was throwing me off so bad. I'm not gonna lie, the baby doll was interesting looking. Biggie looked good though. I really like her confessional look. She looked real good. And then for Mariah, we already knew what to expect from her. Those corny ass confessionals, you know, she famous for them corny confessionals. So I just rolled my eyes at it, honestly, because I'm just like, girl, okay, like, you're back, we get it, okay. So then Tanka brings up the Anna situation, and they start talking about the last time that we seen them together at the, I don't remember what season it was. It's so many Baddies seasons that I just can't keep up, so bear with me, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That season where Biggie was hiding behind Tanka while she was pregnant, and the Anna thing, she was getting jumped or whatever the case may be, or she felt like she was getting jumped, whatever the case may be, because it was like a back-to-back type of thing. She was fighting Summer, and then Lex came about or whatever. So I mean, I wouldn't say jump, but I would say more so tag team than anything. But either way, as a friend, you weren't there for her, and you was hiding behind a pregnant lady. And here goes Biggie trying to defend her case once again, and she just keeps saying,
I wasn't hiding behind Tanka. I wasn't hiding behind Tanka.
we saw it in 4K. We saw you hiding behind Tanka, and it is what it is. We saw it. So it's like, you can't keep lying about it. And she just keep lying about it and not really taking accountability. So it is what it is. But Biggie is saying that, you know, she does want to rekindle things with Anna because she loves her. And here we go with the sister thing again. She said that's her sister and this and the third. Cool, whatever. Cool. Cool, cool. Y'all sisters, cool. So later on, we get Tasiki and Anna. They join the ladies, and basically they kind of just rekindle things. You know, they both just say that they love each. Well, Anna says that she loves her, and you know, she doesn't want to be at it with her, so they kiss and make up. Then they bring up the Summer thing, and you know how Tasiki feels about her. They also bring up Krishan and Tasiki's relationship, and she basically says that they're good. You know, they've rekindled things off camera since, you know, both of them have been off of Baddies, and they're in a good space right now. Then we get Tanka. I'm sorry, but I like Tanka, but she's annoying sometimes. Like, it's like she does a lot, and it's like, it's too theatrical for me. Like, I feel like I like the type of theatrical like Diamond, for example. Like Diamond, she's theatrical, but it's like not too overbearing where it's like it's giving try hard. Like, I feel like every time that Tanka does something, it just gives try hard. Like, I don't know y'all, but that's just me. But then Tanka talks about Tommy and the whole running into the bullets thing, and she wants it with Tommy. So we'll see how that plays out. And then this random guy, it was like this dramatic ass pause, which I just felt like was just unnecessary. But I guess a producer or somebody on the Zeus network team delivers this scroll to the ladies, and it's basically Natalie inviting them to this presidential dinner. And we know how the dinners go, so we already know what to expect coming to this dinner. So now we get a scene with Big Lex and Summer, none other. I don't know why I keep saying her whole name, but we get a scene with Lex and Summer, and they basically just catching up, talking about, well, Lex basically says they ran Africa, and then they're quickly interrupted by Bad Dolly and Suki, which I found interesting because I was like, Suki being with them, like I would have expected her to be in the next scene, but we'll get to it. But Suki comes in, and it's just so much foreshadowing, like the big three, the big three, the big three, because Suki basically says like, you know, y'all need to stick together and this, that, and the third if y'all really friends, which like I said, subtle foreshadowing because we see what happens later on in the season. I mean, damn, they showed us a preview in the beginning, BGC style, about like, I guess the biggest fight of the season. So we see what happens, but you know what I'm saying, it's just a lot of like, you know, little shit that's said, which I think is kind of funny. They're talking about Krishan and Tasiki, and Suki is basically asking Summer like, what's her stance, is she gonna apologize? And pretty much Summer's being herself and saying, I'm standing on what I said, I'm not apologizing. And then Suki goes on to ask her like, so if Tasiki wants to fight, you gonna fight? And she just gets like real, like when I tell you, Summer was like,
I'm on that. If she wants that, I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Whatever, you know, just talking her shit. So she's standing on what she said, and you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, that is in her nature. So I mean, I'm not surprised that she said that she's not gonna apologize for what she said about, you know, the allegations regarding Tasiki and Krishan. I'm not really gonna repeat it because it's none of my business, one, and two, it's all alleged. So I'm not trying to like, you know, because like I said, I'm just a viewer and we only see what we see. We don't see everything. But anyway, Suki, I definitely like Suki because one thing about her, she's always gonna clock it and say, you know, the real shit. And she basically was like, in her confessional, she said, you know, she need to mind her business because that's between them two, their sisters, and that's you know, between them. So she just feels like she knows that she gonna get beat up by Tasiki. So it's like, girl, like, mind your business. That's all you have to do. Suki gets a text and they also get the presidential dinner invite or whatever. We get a scene with Scotty and Rolly, and in I was ready to say in Rolly. In Scotty's confessional, she basically says, you know, she has a surprise. We already speculated what was gonna happen based off of, you know, like these people on the internet, they always finding shit. So we already knew that she was pregnant, but she made it this big thing to like make it a big announcement. Then in comes Sapphire, Krishan, DJ Sky, and Tommy. Apparently Krishan dropped the rock, so she just goes by Krishan now. She says in her confessional that she wants to drop knowledge on the baddies because she's been here before and being a baddie isn't easy, which we've seen because they go to war every fucking season, so we already know that it's not easy. Then Rolly and Tommy, they kind of just squashed it, even though back on the reunion they squashed their situation, but Rolly basically just jokes about running into the bullets, that whole situation. So it's no tension between them at all. This whole scene, there was no tension, which I enjoyed. But they asked Krishan the same thing they asked Tasiki about, you know, her and Tasiki's relationship. And she basically says the same thing. She said, we're good. We went on tour together and everything is all good with them. So for now, of course, because we see a falling out happen between them later on in the season. But like I said, they're both saying that they're on good terms. So they're on good terms. And Tommy also makes it very clear in her confessional that she's been steering clear of all the drama and everything like that. But then Scotty drops the bomb and says that she is pregnant, which like I said, we already know. And she said it was a planned thing. She's due in April. And then Rolly, she said her and the baby is gonna run the South. Like, y'all so fucking irky. Like, I can't. So anyway, Krishan is crying and giving her advice, which I would take with a grain of salt, respectfully, based on what we see with Junior. But like I said, that's not my place to, you know, talk about. So then we get Tavy, we get Fauna and Cold Killer. And respectfully, I'm not feeling Tavy's confessional look. She looks a mess. No shade. No shade, I'm not feeling it. Like, I get the vision and where she was trying to go with it, but the execution, it just wasn't. It just wasn't, and it's okay. Cold Killer, that's the bad bitch, okay? That's one thing about it. Cold Killer looks really good. So then we get Smiley, which I'm also not feeling her confessional look. We get Nunu and Gretch. As y'all can see, Gretch is definitely not my fave. I'm probably gonna skip out on her scenes, but not on this episode because she does involve Anna, which I like Anna, but don't like Gretch. I actually put her in parentheses in my notes because like I'm not feeling it, and I just hate that Zeus keep bringing her back. Like, I get it because of the storyline and all that, and I can't wait to see when Suki bear maces her, but that's for another day when we get to that. But I don't like her. Like, she's definitely just not somebody that I was looking forward to seeing. So we see Fauna. She puts on this swim cap, and then she also puts a wig on top of it. She said, I'm gonna stay ready, so I don't gotta get ready. And you know what? I respect it because, as we know, a baddie dinner is never about eating. They gonna be eating, but they not eating. So now we see Tinkerbella and Mariah Lynn walking into the dinner, and Tinka is immediately on it with Killer. Like she needed that, and they ran like 4 fucking rounds. The first round, I don't know, you couldn't really see it because of the angle, but I did see a couple uppercuts from Tank to Killer. And I'm not gonna lie though, Killer, she seemed like she been practicing. She was like bobbing and weaving, you know, quick on her feet, and you know what I'm saying, it looked like she knew what she was doing even if she didn't. But like it was like a lot of like,
yeah, all that.
like I'm like, start swinging for real, because y'all just dancing around. But so the fight was kind of mediocre. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, round 1 was kind of mediocre. Tank did get a little bit of control of Killer because she is, you know, bigger and heavier than her, so she grabbed her and like kind of like moved her a little bit. But like I said, you can tell that Killer been practicing, or she, you know, had been improving, because her balance was really good. She didn't fall. So round 2 of the fight, like I said, it really wasn't much. Like the fights were very mediocre, wasn't really given too much. But they just did a little 1-2, and then in the confessional, Tank basically said she don't even know why she fighting. But my thing is, you came in on that. Like if she would have came in and not said nothing, I don't know if Killer would have been on that, but like she basically told Killer, get up, I'm ready, like come, you feel me? So it's like, how you going to be in the confessional saying you don't know why y'all fighting when you're the one that initiated the fight? I was so confused. But then we get a flashback to Africa when they had that little talent show, and Killer was talking to Tank through the phone, and they were basically going back and forth like, I'm gonna beat your ass, you stole my song, da da da, that whole thing, which I just think is so dumb. Like, both of y'all really stole the song because the song is a sample at the end of the day. Like, this is not even the original song, so I don't even know why they made it such a big thing when y'all didn't, like, I don't know, it just wasn't calculating for me. Round 3, now I'm not gonna lie, round 3 Killer got that, because she was really from the shoulders, head up, bop bop bop, and she was getting Tank in the face too. And you can't lie, Tank. Nah, Tank, you lost.
Nah, Dolly, you lost.
But she definitely got Tank on that round, so I will give that round to Killer. Then we get DJ Sky and Krishan walking into the dinner, and it was actually so funny because their faces, like, they were so lost. They was like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? So Krishan basically asked what's happening, and Tank basically says, you know, we fighting because of the song and da-da-da-da, whatever, that dumb shit. So for round 4, I would say it's a tie up until Tank got the best of Killer, because she got control of her, and she had like one hand and was like mink 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 paka paka paka, you feel me? Like she was doing her little shit, you feel me? And then Killer, she kind of like hit the floor, like her knees hit the floor because she was getting dragged a little bit, and also security was in between them, so like she was just hitting her through security or whatever. But I don't know what I would give the fights as a whole, because they just fought so many damn times, and it's like, for the fights to be this mediocre, like, y'all really don't need to have these many rounds, like, for real. I'm tired. Then we get Lex, Summer, and Dolly walking in, and y'all know how Summer is when she walk into a room.
Baddies, yeah, Baddies USA.
So she's coming through the door, y'all, and I did not see this coming. Like, I literally had to pause because it happened so fast. So she like, baddies, and then you just see Mariah Lynn running up, and then like Summer, she stopped and threw her bag, and they just start getting at it. And I'm not gonna lie, Mariah Lynn got that. I'm not gonna lie, because she was mink, 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 mink. Like, she really got her. And you know what I'm saying, like, I feel like this is an even fight because they both around the same weight class. So Mariah, she kind of got that, even though she already had the advantage because she ran up and, you know, like, Summer wasn't really ready. But so Krishan, like I said, she just kind of being like the rollie, pretty much, like asking what's going on, what's happening. So she asked Mariah, like, why y'all fighting? Mariah Still stuck on this audition fight, which I feel like is just so tired, because it's like y'all been fighting on and on and on about the same shit. Like, can we get a new storyline? So she basically talking about,
yeah, I'm fighting because of that, and I'm also fighting because of your sister, because she not here, so I'm fighting in her honor.
okay, Mariah. So then Anna, Biggie, and Tasiki walks in. And Mariah, she come up to Tasiki like,
I got that bitch for you. I got that bitch. Dude.
so now here come the Grinch. Looking for camera time. Like, she's so irky. Like, I know the season is not going to be a smooth one for Gretch, because I'm going to always be on that motherfucking neck. Okay? But she tries to fight Anna. I don't even know why, really. Basically, in their exchange, she basically said that Anna was popping it online about her and whatever else. But I mean, shit, it's very much warranted, because you're not black. You're a white woman, yeah, and you're saying nigga. Okay, so I'll be on that too. Like, you feel me? I don't know. I just feel like it's just very ignorant at this point. And it's just like, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Like, I was listening hard, but y'all tell me if y'all heard her saying nigga, like, between their exchange, because I want to say I did, but I don't know for sure. So then Anna ends up popping her because Gretch is just like handing her face or whatever, and she like, back the fuck up, like, I'm not scared of you. So Anna hits her and they get to doing whatever they do. Like I said, most of these fights this episode was very mediocre, and they really could have kept. Hey y'all, it's me editing, and what I say next, I wasn't really watching because I was trying to hurry up and take notes, but I replayed, and my girl Anna, she got that. She had Gretch knotted up as she should. Yes, yes, yes. And then also the part where I said that she ran across the table, she actually was dancing with that bitch back. And I love that. Like, Anna did her big one, and I love that for her. But yeah, continue watching. I was waiting for, you know, Tasiki to slap Summer, which we see later on, but I'm just like, y'all not really doing much. Like, I'm not really getting fulfilled. I don't know, like, y'all not really doing too much for me. Then I guess they get separated, and Gretch try to like run up again, and Tasiki pushed her this time, and I'm like, oh shit, Tasiki, like, she getting in the field. So now here we go again with this tank and killer situation, which I'm just like, yo, y'all fought 4 rounds already. Can we leave it alone? Like, come on, like, for real, it's getting annoying. She starts to throw some like jewelry, I think it was like bracelets, at Killer, and she just throwing them, and I'm not gonna lie, every time it connected. So I would be mad too, like, this bitch keep throwing shit at me and it's actually hitting me. Like, why your aim so good? I'd be mad as shit, like, girl, what? But nothing really happened at that point because security was in the way, so they didn't start fighting again, thankfully. But then out of the blue, like, it was just so chaotic, because then after that, Anna gets to running over and jumps on the table to try to get the Gretch. I don't know if she got to her or not, but she tried to. And I think they started fighting again. No, I'm tripping, because she was saying, oh, you bit my finger, which I'm not gonna lie, I would not put it past her, because as we saw from past seasons with Jayla and Gretch when they fought, and she bit her chest. So she's a biting ass bitch, and she in the confessional like,
I didn't bite her, I would never bite her, whatever.
I believe her, so I don't give a fuck. She bit her finger. So then we end the episode with Biggie and Smiley. I'm guessing Smiley was like low-key trying to like get out of the scene, and Biggie just kept saying,
Get back in the scene, get back in the scene.
And they start like fighting, but that was like the end of the episode. But at the same time as Biggie and Smiley is like, you know, scuffling or whatever, we see Killer, she picked up like one of the bouquets off of the table and hit Tank with it, and they start getting into it. It was just like so much. But next week, it was just pure chaos after that. But next week, we see the iconic slap that Tasiki slapped Summer. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was just gonna be like Tasiki slapped Summer and Summer was going, you know, like fall back. But I should have known with Summer, she was going to do something. If it wasn't popping her shit, she was going to hit her back. And she did that. Like, I was surprised, actually. I'm like, oh, shit, she smacked her back. So she smacked her back, and it looks like they get into it. We see Smiley, you know, have her situation. And the whole, you know, dramatic ambulance scene and all that. Then we see the, like, camera point of view, because if you guys follow, I don't follow like all the Baddies T pages, but you know, when I'm on Twitter, I scroll and I just end up seeing it, and I did see like a phone camera point of view of Tasiki going off about, I think it was Marge or something. I don't remember what Marsh. I'm not like Marge and that whole situation, and she was like going at it with Krishan. So we're gonna see that point of view as well. And then we also see Tank and Dolly on the bus, and I'm like, oh shit, nah, Tank, you lost.
Nah, Dolly, you lost.
It looked like Dolly was getting with it, like she was like like make baka 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 baka, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like Tank, you going outside a little bit, because how come Cold Killer got the best of you on that one round, and now Dolly is getting with you? Like, I'm not gonna lie, Dolly, she do have the hand, so I'm not really surprised, but damn, like shit. But that's the end of the episode. Tell me you guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you stayed to the end of the video, thank you so much. I love you. We start from ground zero. Like, this channel literally has 0 subscribers, so I'm really excited to see this channel grow and for y'all to grow with me too. So make sure that you guys tune in next week, because I'm gonna try my hardest every Monday to upload for you guys, because I do work, I do have a job, I'm employed, y'all, so you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try my hardest, because I literally had to watch the episode at work, because I work overnight, but I had literally had to watch the episode at work and take notes while I was at work so that I could do this video for y'all. So make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you also subscribe to my main channel at Nia Moore, like I said, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.